Good day. Joseph here, on my way down to my cafe. I just paused in the park and I've just been having a little bit of a think about, well, what would be an interesting topic to cover today. And I'm going to cover the topic of why intelligent men struggle with women, or why they suck with women. In some cases, not obviously in all cases. Why is that? There's the typical trope, you know, of the nerds versus the jocks, the programmer, accountant / scientist versus, you know, whoever. And there's just almost like it's a trope, it's a meme. You know, these guys don't do very well with the opposite sex. They don't viscerally appeal to the woman in her nature, right? And there's different, well, there's a load of different reasons for this. There's actually a load of different reasons for it. But I'm gonna go through a few of them here. And if you do watch this video, think about whether it applies to you. So let's start with reason number one. Intelligent men overthink things. They overthink things when it comes to women. Okay, instead of just going up and saying, hey, what's up? What's going on? What are you up to today? You look good. You know, instead of doing something simple, whether that's in the street, in a club, in a social event, they're overcomplicating things, right? And they're thinking more than they're acting. They're in their heads talking to themselves more than they are in conversation talking to the woman. So that's reason number one. They overthink things. Reason number two, they rationalize. A more dynamic, active mind really is just more inventive at producing bullshit for the most part. And this doesn't just apply to approach, by the way, and to relating to the opposite sex. This applies in business as well. There's all sorts, you know. It's a very common pattern, and you see it in the world of business as well. The people who are doing the best, they're not necessarily the people who are the most brilliant. I mean, some of them are, but not necessarily. So yeah, rationalization, you know, I didn't approach because the weather wasn't good, she was with her mom. I just got my hair cut yesterday, I don't like my haircut. Oh, I just came from the gym, I'm a bit sweaty. I'm 3 pounds overweight after Christmas. All of these rationalizations, all of this bullshit. Bullshit. Intelligent people are better at bullshitting themselves. You know how I know this? This is a fact, right? If we went out on an approach session together, I'm very chill, actually, I'm very fun. I have a lot of fun, whether it's the daytime or the nighttime. That's how I operate, you know? There's enough serious stuff like in work and things. When I'm out, I'm having fun. But if you piss me off and you didn't approach properly, I might say to you, brother, I've got something in my bag. Pull this thing out of my bag. And it makes a metallic sound. I do something with it, it makes a metallic clicking sound. So, brother, this is a Glock 17. You've got 30 minutes to do 5 approaches. If you do not do these 5 approaches, I promise you, you'll be separated from your brain. My name is Joseph. I coach high achieving suicidal men. No. Yeah, this is the way that this is why I'm going to be running my cold approach sessions with a Glock. Look, fuck, fake, no. But my point is, you would have no issues doing the approach if I literally was like, dude, I promise you, and I actually meant it. Obviously, I'm not insane, but or if someone came along and did that, you'd have no issues doing the approach. You'd be thrilled to get rejected. You'd be like, yeah, why she rejected me? She told me to fuck off. She told me I was an absolute cunt and she told me to fuck off. You'd be thrilled. You'd be like, thank you, miss, for giving me such a, brutal blowout. I bet you'd actually get some results as well under that scenario. But the point is, that scenario would eliminate any ability you had to bullshit. It's just like, no, dude, there's no more bullshit. Yeah. Extreme example, it's not how I would actually encourage people to do things, because that's coercive. But my point stands, basically. Intelligent men just bullshit themselves more. I've seen it plenty. I've seen it in some guys in the entourage. I've probably done it myself as well, to be fair. I found when I'm creating bullshit, it's just because I'm scared. And I just think of some bullshit. Sometimes it's because I'm tired. Usually just because I'm scared, or a combination of the two. I just create some bullshit. And I have to really check in with myself. Is that bullshit or is it real? Now I'm more experienced. Now I actually can say to myself, like, this isn't really bullshit. Like, I've done so much approach that I can say, no, actually, I am actually just knackered now. Or actually, like, I'm actually not attracted to these girls at all. That's fine. Leave it. But because I've done the so-called gun to the head approaches so many times. I've probably done more than 200 approaches with that mindset. I don't know how many thousand approaches I've done daytime and nighttime, but in any case, so that's reason number two. Third reason that just springs to mind and is very obvious to me is they're arrogant. Intelligent people are more arrogant because of their intellect. In some cases, they think that actually counts for something. They think they actually don't have to be brave and bold, or at least in the beginning. I don't consider myself actually brave at all now, to be honest, but at least in the beginning it does take some, getting over that resistance. They think that their intellect is a pass. Oh, I've done this in business, or I've done this under this academic level. No one cares, dude. It's not making a pussy wet. You need to saddle up and get over there. Say hello. You don't get a pass just because you're intelligent. By the way, intellect is actually a good thing. Like, it is actually attractive to the women, but there's almost like a dark side to it, which is it fucks guys up because all of these, it creates these blocks as well. You can be too dumb to fail. That's how dumb guys actually do quite well. They're just too dumb to fail. It doesn't even occur to them to have any of these excuses or any of these rationalizations. They just do it. But intelligence is overall a good thing. But it's something that needs to be harnessed, because if it's not harnessed, it's going to it's just going to mess you up, basically. So yeah, there's a level of arrogance. You don't get to rationalize your way through things. You don't get to just, you're not special, bro. You're not special. You've got to just do it, okay? Maybe they're like the kid getting all the, prizes at school and stuff, and they think they don't have to approach. No, dude, you've got to. Well, if you're doing this thing, like called daytime approach, nighttime approach, intelligence is not, it's a helpful tool, but it's something that's got to be controlled. You can't be arrogant about it. So those would be my top 3 reasons. Overthinking, rationalization, and arrogance as to why intelligent men can struggle with the initial getting things going. Now, as I said, intellect and intelligence can be very enticing and very appealing to women if it's packaged and brought in just in the right way, because, well, it's a positive quality overall. You probably have some interesting ideas, perspectives, kind of interesting, potentially some more interesting conversation as well. A couple of, maybe one or two other things. I'll just add one extra thing on here. Sometimes, I won't add anything else to that video. Intellect is a tool that needs to be harnessed. I see too many people getting bullied by their own brains. The thing they need to work on is their brain, is their thought processes. Sometimes actually what they need to work on is just stopping thought. There's different ways you can do this, to be honest with you. Brutal cold approach sessions are like a good way to get going. But I'm going to come back in a video tomorrow or the day after. We'll come back and actually discuss what do you do to get your mind in the right spot.